Ready over here.
Ready.
Ready to go?
Yep.
Rolling. All right, Tim, let's get back to you. We had a little glitch there. Let's pick up with your complaint. I'd love to hear from you. We are ready to believe you. Take it away.
Well, so I appreciate your technical difficulties. The difficulty I had last night after listening to somebody's James Garner impression from the calls is I went to back to school night with only a James Garner impression in my head. When asked, how are you doing? I said, well, I'm back to school night. How do you think I'm doing?
Well, it's great to be around with the teachers. Yes, sir.
Right.
Have all the teachers gather there.
Here we are late on a Tuesday, and I'm walking around the school. And,
How old is your school-age kid?
The last night's back-to-school night, the second of two back-to-school nights, was at my 8th grade, 13-year-old 8th grader.
Nothing like middle school. Yeah, middle school.
Great middle school, back-to-school night, 2 hours late at night in
Thank
Severna
you for
Park.
the call. Okay, I get it.
6 periods of churning hormones. No one needs it.
So understand you're the middle school science teacher. Well, I'm about to kick your ass over the state line, and I'm wearing the boots that can do it. Yes, sir. All right. Let's take some more calls here. Let's go to Mark in, oh, boy. Are you in San Juan, my friend? Hey, Mark, can you hear me?
I am. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Mark,
Yeah,
are you?
Can you hear me?
How you doing? How you holding up right now? You're probably in the
eye
teeth
of the
it, I would
storm,
imagine, right?
Yeah, the eye of the storm is going to be here in 30 minutes. Well, not the eye, but the eye wall is going to hit San Juan where we
God
are.
bless you, brother. How you doing?
So
How's
Mark.
it? Tell me everything you're seeing right now.
All right, so this is Mark from the training ship Golden Bear, my other persona. I've been detached to the federal government. We're down here doing federal disaster medical. We're over on St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands trying to help them out over there, but then this bitch Maria came along, and we had to run.
Yep, she is a bitch,
She's a
absolutely.
Category 5 bitch right now. So the federal government was nice enough to put us in the basement of a 5-star hotel, so it's a little bizarre. We're down here as the 2 radars in Puerto Rico have been destroyed by the storm, and all of a sudden the Wi-Fi started working. I was like, is it Wide Open Wednesday?
Oh my God! In a Category 5 storm.
Wow.
You are something else. I could grab you I could wrap my arms around you and hug you right now. You're in a basement, so you don't have any view or access to the outside right now. Would that be accurate?
Well, no. There's actually a fan that is being blown open, and we sort of peek up there and take a look, but it's just a wall of water. And they're telling us the hotel, which was built in 1990, so it's a beautiful hotel. It's built to Miami-Dade standards. They woke us up at 4 o'clock in the morning and said, run fast down to the basement. So we grabbed our stuff and did. They said they've blown out windows, that every floor has an inch of water on it, and that this is the most hurricane-proof building in San Juan. So I can only imagine what's going on with the rest of this island and the U.S. Virgins and the British Islands. You know, they're probably, and it broke our heart. We had to leave St. Thomas. We were relieving the poor hospital there. Those people are unbelievable. They've been there for days and days and days and days and days. So we gave them a bunch of water and a bunch of MREs, and we hugged, and we gave them all the patches off our uniforms, and we promised we'd be back. So, Mark, I don't know how the hell we're going to get out of here to get back there. But
I can't even describe what...
You can't rescue someone if you have to rescue yourself. That's the first world rescue. So we're just hunkered down here eating 5-star food, which is kind of bizarre, and watching Vin Diesel movies, which is even more bizarre.
I don't know. This is in a very long career. This is one of the strangest calls I've ever gotten. Go ahead, Oscar. I'm speechless.
What's the spread? Food.
Yeah.
What kind of food do you have?
Well, we had bacon and eggs for breakfast. We had bacon and eggs with Snickers bars, which was kind of nice. And
that's funny. That's what I had for breakfast.
I know. Well, they said, sir, would you like the Rob menu? And I said, Rob menu? Yeah.
Before, in case we lose,
I'm in.
In case we lose contact with you, Mark, I'm going to ask you. If you can get to, I would love to get you to call us back, and you have carte blanche to call in anytime, from this day forward. Because I will tell you, seeing what a borderline Cat 2, Cat 3 did to where I live down here, I don't know I can't even fathom what a Cat 5 direct hit on Puerto Rico is going to do. But
there's
people like
just,
you being
there's no leaves on any trees. It's bizarre. So, Mike, I haven't been able to hear you guys for 2 weeks because there's been no internet. So how did your house make out?
The house miraculously made out extremely well. I've got some water damage in one of the bathrooms that I had previously from a skylight that looks like maybe it's got a little more damage there, but that is nothing. What is something is the tree damage out here, the landscape of my little community, tree groves, rows and rows, hundreds and hundreds of trees are gone, including a very, very mature palm tree out in front of my house that went down completely, which, by the way, I'll talk about it later. The people have already taken care of, which is stunning to me how they work down here. And then the palm fronds. All my neighbors have these palm trees, and up at the top of mine, it looks like my palm tree got a complete shaved head. There are no palm fronds, so I've got a stick in the front yard and the stuff. But that is nothing compared to what I've seen around this area, and I'll talk more about it. But you're in the belly of the beast right now, and when are they saying the worst of this situation will be over for you? Is it going to be an hour, 2 hours?
No, they're saying probably about 1 o'clock Eastern time.
Okay.
But it's only moving at 10 miles an hour, and being the bitch that she is, she might stop and buy some shoes or something and stick around. So we don't know.
And then your work really begins after that, I would imagine.
Yeah. So we've been working for 2 weeks, and the first.
Hello.
Oh man.
Hello. He's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so scary.
That is. He is a good guy
Wow.
too. He makes contact with the show a few times a year. He's a good guy.
It is not.
And that makes him a much more impressive man. What we just
Here's
heard.
what I can't show you guys. I can't show you the backloaders and the like heavy equipment you'd see excavating a construction site that's down here across the water from me. Our skyline down here has changed dramatically. The mature trees that I've seen, and I didn't get a sense of it until I pulled right into my community down here, because when you're out on the main drags, this is one of the things they do well in Florida. I think Florida does really well with maintaining their highways and byways and not having some of this mature overgrowth near it. But I'm trying to articulate because I'm having trouble.
Well, Mike, you
let
didn't
me-
go
let me-
through a
let me-
Cat
let me just-
5, but there's so much damage with a Cat 2, Cat 3. Can you
That's
imagine
what
what's
I'm-
happening in
yeah,
Puerto Rico?
I'm looking in my backyard
Exponential.
at
You
something
can't
that's
even-
never going to be the same here. I'm looking at low to the ground shrubbery that is now in a different position. Everywhere you go down here, you see evidence.
Topography has been changed.
You see evidence of what it did, and then to hear this guy and know that's almost double the strength of what we had here. It's not even fathomable what that island is going to look like when all is said and done. I will tell you this, that this is going to be a humanitarian effort that there'll never be anything that's going to be close to it, with the Virgin Islands, with the Florida Keys, with the people of Texas and Harvey. And when the dust settles, not to get environmentally scientific on you, but when the dust settles, you have to address the issue of what's causing these storms.
Why did
and
it happen?
Is it climate change that's doing that? And if it is, good Lord, if we can cool things off a little bit, and I don't know. I mean, I just look
No
at
one
this
knows.
and I'm speechless
Scary.
when I hear that. And there he is. He's got a great sense of humor, and he's a brave guy. He wouldn't
Yeah.
be doing what he's doing if he wasn't brave. The courage that people have, including my babysitter who was down here and came out. How she came out on Monday or Tuesday after the storm to look at our home is there's so much courage and stuff. I'm overwhelmed by it, as I'm sure you can tell. I'm overwhelmed by what people did, and all I'm thinking of is what we're going to do, or I'm going to do, because something's got to be done. I can't sit on my fat ass and not get involved with help, and it's just it's almost too much to take when you think of what they're going through in and I don't know if you guys have been to Puerto Rico. I've been to Puerto Rico,
San Juan.
and it's Puerto Rico. Oscar, would it be accurate to say? I always thought of Puerto Rico. It's like New York. San Juan is like New York City on an island.
Yes.
Right? I mean, it's that same
full of culture,
density of population, everything like
yes.
that. This is a city. And my babysitter Carmen, who covered my butt, she's from Puerto Rico and she has family there.
Yeah.
And it's just
My father said something telling because he spent almost 5 years in Puerto Rico. He said that when they had and I heard it this morning from the governor of Puerto Rico when he was on CNN, is that some of these shelters may not be at capacity because the culture down there dictates who's got the strongest house. Go to the family member or someone in the neighborhood that has a concrete shelter, which is their home. And
this is the one that's scaring me.
But at the 5 category, it might be beyond that.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
This is the one that's scaring me, And look, I think we saw an example of, what was the Cat 4 that went through the Keys? And we saw with that. And you had a lot of manufactured homes that had a lot of damage, but most of the homes down there took damage. Let's just say a prayer for the people down there that are, hopefully in structures. But you heard that guy saying the strongest building in San Juan, all the windows are blown out of it. And
they have water on every floor.
It's just
scary.
Mother Nature, man. This season has given us a 1-2 punch. We thank you for your calls. We'll get the show started, but for the people of Puerto Rico, including that brave guy that called us, let's say a prayer for everybody there.
Amen.
We'll come back. I'll tell you all about my experience coming down here and more fun and more thrills. Maybe not so much fun. I just got to vent a little bit. We'll be right back on the Mike O'Mara Show.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Excuse me, have you ever been in Schenectady?
No, I never was in Schenectady.
Neither was I. Must have been a couple other guys. Say, is it all right if I join you? I just dropped in for a little drink to settle my nerves before I go to work.
What sort of work do you do?
I'm an airline pilot.
How did you get to be an airline pilot?
I used to be a bus driver, but I quit. Too many drunks on the road.
What do you fly?
Oh, it's one of those big gray metal things with sticking out on the side.
Wings?
Oh, you an airline pilot too?
Did you ever have any close calls as a pilot?
Oh yes, especially since they moved the men's room to the back of the plane.
I was on a flight from New York to L.A. a couple weeks ago, and the plane lost an engine.
Oh, don't worry, it'll turn up. There's a lot of pressure being a pilot, flying way out there and high in the air and all above all those white fluffy things.
Clouds?
You sure you're not a pilot? I got to get to the airport because I'm flying a 747 to London tonight, and the plane is scheduled to leave precisely 1 hour and 43 minutes ago.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his office chair, here's Mike.
That oldie but goodie is a gentleman by the name of Foster Brooks, and I remember my mom saying, and he never drinks anything. He's never taken a drink. He's just a wonderful actor. I'll never forget. Every old lady in America said that.
It is so great when he would do a bit on the Dean Martin show, and then he'd walk to stagger out of the bar, but then turn and bow.
Yeah, I know. As if to say, I'm really not this drunk.
I'm an actor!
Live from the Pfeiffer Studios in our nation's capital, this is the Mike O'Mara Show, a worldwide podcast and radio show with loyal listeners who get it. And if you're here, you're in the know. We are on air, on demand, heard 24/7 on the new TMOS app. Update it now and get our show all day, every day. You can reach us at 888-920-MORE. I don't know how loud I have to scream that, but, after the Puerto Rico call, I think think that's it.
Yeah.
The show is on now and brought to you by Draft. Fantasy football fans, you've got to try our new favorite app, Draft. Draft is weekly fantasy football, but it ain't like the other guys. With Draft, you play real live snake drafts with other people just like in a season-long league, and here's how it works. The draft lasts for just a week, and there's no management, no salary caps. Just set it, forget it. You're going to love it. It's
awesome.
And once you're done drafting, that's it. No trades, no waiver wire. Draft even takes care of last-minute injuries for you. Draft starts every couple of minutes, so you can join one right now.
When?
What?
Huh?
And the best part is cold hard cash.
Yeah!
Drafts start from $1, so there's a draft for everyone. Rob Spiewak won money this week.
Yes.
Very exciting. Come and join us on Draft today. Download the app anytime. Just search Draft in your app store and join a game in minutes, or you can play right from your computer on playdraft.com. That's what I use. The choice is yours. For a limited time only, all new players get a free entry into a draft when you make the first deposit. But you got to use the promo code TMOS. That's right. Play a real money game for free for using promo code TMOS on your first deposit on Draft. Just search Draft in the App Store or go to playdraft.com and play free with promo code TMOS, and we thank them. Welcome back to the show. Whoa, whoa, what a day, what a day, what a week, what a week.
Can I ask you a question about your neighborhood? Because you mentioned that there are palm trees that have been defronded, that they are totally, naked up top. And
Mine is, to be honest with you, the rest of the palms, you can't get your head around it because there are pockets that are that went through tremendous damage, and then there are other areas that didn't. It is widespread. So, but the equivalent is that when you get the wind gust that kicks up, I think that's what causes the significant amount of damage. I got a street that has palm, and then you get to a third house, and the palm tree is down.
Maybe it was
the
a
fronds are gone.
weak palm.
Could be ill.
Yeah, an ill palm.
Here's the thing. I got the strongest gust of wind appears to be in the front of the house. My house is tucked back between two houses, and so the person has deck damage. Their outside area damaged on the right, outside area damaged on the left, and I was spared that. And then what you really notice is they're taking trees out, like when you see up in Northern Virginia, when you'll see the excavators come in, like from Toll Brothers or somebody like that, and they basically just strip the land.
Yeah,
they just come in and
they're
they just
strip mining.
They just strip mine everything. That's what I'm looking at. But Mother Nature did it. Excavators didn't do it.
No,
it's
scary.
It's mind-boggling.
My question is this, because we don't have palm trees up here. Obviously, the climate won't support it. When a tree has all of its fronds ripped off, does it die or does it regenerate?
That's a question I plan to
Like a
ask
lizard.
one of the guys down here.
Pull
I'm
a
not
tail
sure.
off a chameleon, right?
This is driving back down here. It was I was looking for it, and and you would see the first thing I called you guys. I didn't see much more than the billboards that were shredded up on the highway, and
that could have been on purpose.
That you just see the trees. The trees are the thing that you see there down. When you're talking about a Cat 4 or a Cat 5 down in Puerto Rico, you heard what he said about that. All the foliage is going to be gone. All the leaves are going to be gone. It's going to be summarily ripped off the trees. The trees that are standing will not have leaves on them anymore. It will look like you've seen the pictures on like Barbuda.
Yeah, roofs.
Everything's gone.
Windows.
It just sweeps the island clean. And look, for people that might be tired of hearing me talk about this is real for everybody in Texas. It's real for everybody in Florida, and my God, is it real for the people on Puerto Rico right now? The second thing I noticed is because down here, and I think because of down here, there are two things that happen. You have the massive industry of landscape work down here. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of people that work in that industry. Because of that, stuff gets taken care of
right away.
I can't even believe
Boom,
how
bam.
quickly.
Right.
It's incredible how fast they are getting stuff taken care of. Secondly, I'm looking at Texas. I'm looking at Nebraska. I'm looking at Oklahoma. I'm looking at power trucks everywhere that are, going, coming, and a lot of people leaving the state, which is a good sign. So the help that we got, this is what it's all about. I mean, this is a country. I said this on Facebook last night. I am so proud of the people of this state, but I'm proud of the country because of the work that was done to help everybody. And this is in spite of the government.
Right.
You want to hear the main bitch from people down here? It's FEMA, shocker, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. They're not, they're
can't
moving.
Do it. Yeah.
They're moving at the speed of government. You know who's not moving at the speed of government? The volunteers, the people that came in for relief, the people that came in to do everything. It's just this feeling of well-being that you get when you see the people that are doing that. With that said, the 20% or so, I think over on the east coast of Florida that are without power, I can only imagine how they're feeling right now. Look what I'm doing. I'm sitting here. It looks like somebody just sent a tornado through here.
You're doing your show.
I've got power, and I'm talking to you on a cable.
And you've got this fidelity blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. Yeah.
I cannot believe.
And you made it in 3 days.
That's right.
That's a D. That's a D. Yeah, you're such a little prick. I said that to you when I texted you. Said, thanks for that, you little prick.
The only capital letters in the entire text were in the word prick. It was like E.E. Cummings other than that.
Yeah. You know what? He's giddy because he's got his little bachelor party.
Yeah,
he does.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we will dive into the wonderful world of, I think that's a delightful palate cleanser. When we're talking about hurricanes, let's talk about bouncing boobies when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show. Thanks. 3 days, you little
It's Tony and Gary.
Hey there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tony Perkins.
I'm Gary Stein.
And on this week's episode of the show, believe it or not, member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, member of the Eagles, Joe Walsh.
Wow, what a booking.
Joe is here. He's going to talk about an upcoming concert that will benefit veterans. It is absolutely wonderful to talk to him this week on the show. Also, Gary and I consider putting on a boxing match for charity where we box each other.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that.
Check it out, TonyPerkinsShow.com. Subscribe on iTunes and download the Tony Perkins Show app.
The Tony Perkins Show.
I want a ringside seat for that.
Yeah, and they're going to get a T-shirt.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Brought to you by Blue Apron. Every time Carla cooks up some delicious food from Blue Apron, everybody is happy.
Everybody is happy.
Is everybody happy?
It's fun. It's easy for her. It's yummy for me. There's always something new. It's the better way to cook. It's less than $10 per person per meal. You can't beat that deal. Blue Apron delivers seasonal recipes along with pre-proportioned ingredients. I have to say, less than $10 per person per meal, but it's gourmet food. It's like eating in a restaurant.
So good.
I had gnocchi the other day, Shannon made. Gnocchi? Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know how you pronounce it, but it was delicious.
It's
absolutely delicious.
It's like a potato pasta,
Oh,
right?
my God. I said, is there any more of that gnocchi?
It's noodles.
My sister loves it. My wife loves it. Blue Apron, you're going to love it. You can do it all in 40 minutes or less. Recipes don't repeat within a year, so you're never going to get bored. And with no weekly commitment, you only get deliveries when you want them. How do you like some soy glazed pork and rice cakes with bok choy and marinated green beans? Or skillet vegetable chili. There we go. With cornmeal and cheddar drop biscuits. Oh my
the
God.
Season.
Yeah, try making cheddar drop biscuits without the instructions, right? Blue Apron helps you with that. Your stomach will send you a thank you note. Plus, Blue Apron's freshness guarantee promises that every ingredient in your delivery arrives ready to cook or they'll make it right. Check out this week's menu and get 3 meals for free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/TMOS. You're going to love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron, so don't wait. That's blueapron.com/TMOS. Blue Apron is a better way to cook.
Don't wait.
I mean,
don't wait. Don't wait. Do it now. Don't wait.
Kidding me? Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Next week on Wide Open Wednesday, I require a better effort on the part of Slack Nation.
Yes.
Work harder. That was ridiculous.
Come
Guy
on.
calls from the basement in Puerto Rico in a Cap 5. Meanwhile, everybody else is out there going, like that. And by the way,
what about James Garner?
That was a nice call.
That was before that.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was early.
So our boy Oscar's getting married in a month. And,
a month,
he's
3 weeks, 15 days.
15 days.
Getting shorter.
We got
all
a
the
live
time.
show coming up in November.
Yeah.
So, all of a sudden, fall is here.
She signed the prenup.
She did sign the prenup.
Yeah. It's a very awkward conversation.
How many pages was it?
Like 4 pages, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Who gets the dog?
Yeah.
I win. Anyway.
Well, you've also been married 3 times.
Fool him once.
Yes.
Shame on him.
4 pages. You want to know mine?
Yes.
Add a 0. Anyway, so
It was the Encyclopedia Britannica of prenups.
I did mine on
it was
LegalZoom.
the Encyclopedia Prenuptica. That's it.
Encyclopedia Divorcica.
Now, but I will say,
Did you know that you can? I was like, Shannon, what if you win the lottery and we get divorced? You'll have to pay me palimony.
That's right.
Like, you don't want to do that. That was a nice selling point.
That's good. Here, have another glass of wine, dear.
You are such a little boy. You really are. I swear to God. You know what? One of the things about...
Does she even play the lottery?
No.
You see, you're a jerk.
So it's nice 50-50 right down the line. Here it is. Oscar's going to Lost Wages this weekend. He's got the bachelor party. Give me the guest list. Who's coming out to your Oscar's party? Yes,
we've got luminaries such as Todd Moore. We've got...
Well, now, what is the deal? I have to ask you. I'll stop you right there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Todd Moore.
Yeah.
When he went rogue, like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Where's he been? How come he doesn't come by the show anymore? He does Tech 4. Does he hate me? Is that what it is? Does he hate me?
He doesn't even come in to do Tech 4. He Skypes in.
Well,
he doesn't like the district. He doesn't come to my house. He lives less than a mile away. He Skypes in to drink.
Can we get him on the phone? Can we get him on the phone at some point?
Absolutely.
To find out what's up. Do you agree, Rob? Where's he gone? You know, and he's gotten super weird online, I think. Too.
There's a lot of that. Where have all the flowers
I play
gone?
Overwatch with him on a regular basis.
That's
you're
not
in
normal
contact
behavior,
with him.
though.
I mean,
That's
we
a
have
video game.
5 hours of chit chat and killing aliens.
Okay. I just need to know where his head is at.
Yeah.
He knows they're fake aliens.
And
right?
it's so funny as the night progresses. He or I or both of us get more and more hammered.
Like an episode of Tech 411.
That sounds like normal behavior. Yeah. So he's okay.
And we start mother
Moore,
effing people online.
Todd's coming to your bachelor party.
Yes.
Is Dominique coming with you?
Dominique he just got back from Morocco, so the idea that he leaves his family again with 3 kids,
he was
went
shooting a road picture, Mike.
That went bye-bye. And I gave him a pass as well. I said, you just got back from Morocco. I understand.
I understand.
Yes,
Who else?
yeah.
So Todd Moore.
We got Michael Corleone.
Yes.
Come from the West Coast.
From West
right?
Coast. We've got my brother Jose, who helped set all of this up, and Ronique will be with us as well.
Meaning because he's a Vegas
a Vegas
resident.
contingency.
Yes.
By the way, I'll be doing a meetup in Las Vegas.
Of course you will. And 3 podcasts.
And I'll put it out on Facebook here. I'm getting all the details. I need to figure out the schedule.
None of your so Todd's your only East Coast. None of your Chad or Drab or any of these guys?
You were invited. You gave me a hard no through your wife. I invited Chad. He gave me a hard no. I invited Drab. He said a maybe and then backed out. So that's it.
All right, well, you don't
just like the
phased
fruit bars.
You'll be. So it's just a small group. I feel as though that you doing a meetup. Why do I feel, Rob? I feel sad for him a little bit.
But that's what he does.
Like we should have represented a little.
Mike, if I'm gonna do dirt, I'd rather do it with 3 witnesses instead of 10. All right.
Hey, will you at your
if
meetup?
the blow breaks out or some stripper decides to get handsy, I don't need too many witnesses. All right. And I don't even do blow, but I will get handsy if I have to.
If you have to, yeah, and it's required. It's in the state law.
Wow.
You know you can touch here. Oh, well, okay.
When you're doing your meetup, would you FaceTime with us?
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, text
everybody
ahead.
say hi to Mike, and Mike just hangs up on us.
Click.
What do you mean FaceTime? FaceTime with when we're not doing the show.
No, but if he's doing a meetup,
yeah, I can FaceTime you into the meetup.
Rob.
Yeah,
FaceTime with Rob.
Jolene, I expect you to be there. I'll get the details ASAP.
Jolene.
If you FaceTimed with me like in a gentleman's club,
I can't do that. They kick you out.
They
Mike.
won't let you do it.
You haven't been in so
out.
long. You don't know the rules of engagement. That's so
I
sad.
haven't been in so long.
Damn it.
And if anyone knows about engagement, it's Mike O'Mara.
So you're going to
Shannon's words. Please don't sleep with a stripper.
Isn't that a John Denver song?
I don't have my own room.
Don't sleep with a stripper. So you any like culinary adventures planned? Like
we're going to
dinner?
Prime, I think.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, that free delivery.
I don't even know what that is. Hey, Amazon Prime. They're bringing the steak right to your house.
Click here and we'll have it to you by 5 p.m. tomorrow.
It sounds
we
like
have 3 reservations. Also.
Oh, what are you doing? You're doing like a stunt thing, right?
Yeah, we're going off-road dune buggy. All of us in the desert. Then I think we're going to be driving
holes in the desert.
Exotic cars, Mike. We're looking into where we get on the racetrack and drive cars we'll never afford, except for Todd. and
That's
Michael
exciting.
Corleone, and my brother. I'm the only odd man out.
Todd will
Jesus.
be excited to drive a car that's less expensive than his daily driver.
So is Michael Corleone wealthy? Is he?
Oh
does he
yes,
do
yes,
well?
multiple times over. He's always done very well.
And Todd, of course, we know Todd's
Yeah, Todd
very
does this.
successful.
Yeah, my brother's
And
very
your
successful.
Doesn't
brother's
hang
a
with the
successful
dregs. This is Oscar
physician.
Santana.
And look, if you go to a club when you're 10 deep with dudes, you're not getting in anywhere. 4 deep, you got a shot.
Ronique will help you.
Yeah, Ronique will
So
help us.
will you be
Chain
doing the-
Smokers on Saturday night? I think we're gonna go see them.
Oh, that's
Good
a great
band.
band.
And then I think Topless Pool Sunday morning. If that's
see.
what we're working on here. Yeah,
that's nice.
TOPLESS.
Will they throw you out of the
Topless.
topless pool if you FaceTime me there?
I could. I mean,
Bet
there's
it's not the same rules. Bet
not
it's
the same. Not if you're in the
rules.
command and everyone's hammered, but I still would feel like a creep.
Well,
I will
if
be
you
back
get a
Sunday
chance.
night and here for Monday. It will not take me 5 days to go across the country. I will be here
Well, you
on
have
time.
the magic of using an airplane, you jerk.
Yeah.
You're
And
not
you don't
traveling
have-
with a wife and a kid and 2
Could
dogs.
I clarify something? I was
Yes.
talking to Drab. Actually asked about you yesterday before Big O and Dukes, and I said, "Yeah,
Thank
Mike's
you,
back
Drab.
at
I
home."
appreciate that.
And
How's married life?
And I
treating
said,
you?
I was not very
Oscar
well.
said still alive.
I said I was breaking Mike's balls about Chad getting to Arizona in a day and a half. He goes, he didn't make it in a day and a half. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I think he made it. He might have. So I don't know if he made it to Arizona a day and a half. He confirmed.
Well,
I
you
said
know
it was
what?
quick.
You will take solace in the fact that that got me pumped up. And,
Yeah?
and ready. But I mean, no,
You're like,
it was
this
actually,
rat bastard.
No, we were sitting there at 10 o'clock. I think we were looking at the arrival time would have been 10:16, 10:20 when we got into Gainesville, and we stopped for our last gas stop. And Carla, I think the actual words were, "You should know this. You should be aware of this." He said, "You want to go for the whole thing?" I said, "Nope, F Oscar." That was it. The thing about it is, I should
nice to be thought of.
Yeah,
isn't
I
it?
love being thought of.
Nice.
I should be better rested. I got a great night's sleep.
Sleep number.
Last night, being in my own bed. But the thing is, it's just it's an emotional drain, and it would have been funny if. This is what Mrs. O'Mara said to me at dinner last night. We went to our little place that happened to be open, our little Mexican place here, and she's got me on the margarita train, and so I'm all about going to this place because she used to go for the margarita. Oh, it's I love margaritas now. I love margaritas now. It's my new favorite drink.
It's like a new man we know right here.
We sit there and
Skinny.
and she said she said something along the lines of. I told you you're not going to Las Vegas, and when I told you, and whatever she said, it was something along those lines.
Yeah.
And I looked her in the eye. I said, "Oh, hold on, just a second." I said, "You know that I mentioned this, and then you said you expressed displeasure, and then I made the decision.
That was your
not
decision,
to go.
Right.
Yeah.
If you happen to say I told you not to go," I said, I looked her dead in the eye. I said, "If you say it that way, you realize I'm going back to the home and making a reservation.
You have
today."
to go if she says it that
Exactly.
way.
I said, "The rule is, you understand the way I play. The rule is, Mr. 3 times married. The rule is that if you tell me to do something like that, as though I'm your child,
Right.
I will have. Pony and I talked about it. Defiance syndrome.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Hey, somebody's nice enough on Wide Open Wednesday to call the show. Let's go to. Hold on. Let's go to Derek from Utah.
Hi, Derek.
Derek, you're on the Mike O'Mara Show. Hello.
Hello, gentlemen. How are we doing this morning?
We're great.
Just about as well as your Bluetooth is doing. What can we do for you, Derek?
I just wanted to call and say hi. Been wanting to call for years now, but never get the chance.
What's going on in Utah, Derek? What are you up to?
Oh, just a whole lot of work. I run a multi-housing development out here in a beautiful little town called Pleasant Grove.
That's wonderful.
Do you have lots and lots of wives?
Rob.
I do not. But oddly enough, my wife's nephew is married into a polygamous family.
Oh. Must be great Thanksgivings.
Derek, how close do you get to that? Do you ever get to see that side of the family and see the Mormon folk that are like super religious and have lots of different family members?
I have. It's definitely interesting when you...
All right, that's not good. Sorry.
No,
Definitely
Mike, you should have
interesting
let it
doesn't
go
work.
because it was definitely interesting.
It was definitely
I
interesting.
love hearing firsthand accounts of polygamy, though. It really interests me.
He's ramped up. Is he not ramped
He's
up?
very excited.
Very
he
ramped
is.
up. You know,
Well, she
he's
signed the
excited.
papers, Mike.
The papers.
Just in case anyone is
win.
out there, Oscar, are you willing to? I know you're doing a meet and greet, but are you willing to mention the adult clubs that you will be going to?
Vegas changes so quickly. I hope the Spearmint Rhino 2 is still what it was 5 years ago.
By the way, that is about the most disgusting name for a club. I mean, if you ran a computer program, you couldn't come up with anything worse than Spearmint Rhino 2. That means there's another one that's not quite as good.
Spearmint Rhinos
the
2.
Spearmint Rhino 2.
It's a Mormon chain.
Let me check some of the ones. I did some research. Since I can't be with you, I actually did a little research.
Yes.
And these are not necessarily near the Strip. These are actually in the, it's a huge metropolis.
Off the Strip.
Las Vegas now.
Yes.
There's one here that I recommend. This has no cover charge. Stickies.
Stickies. Wow.
Stickies. Stickies has.
Is that IES or Y''S?
It's IES.
Oh,
Search it. Ask for it by name.
You tip in pasties.
It's wonderful. Let me
With
see
real
another.
paste.
And Band-Aids.
All right. Hold on. Let me see.
Stickies. There is no glass slipper. I already looked that up.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Now this is
So,
a
exclusively New
gentleman's
England.
club. It says, but it's also got food. Beth's Doghouse. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're gonna have. I'm making these up.
Must
on
be
the
near
fly
per month.
right now.
Per month.
Feel free to join in,
per
Rob.
month.
I'm glad
yes.
that Beth is still in the business.
She's doing right. You apparently it is a $5 cover at Beth's Doghouse,
Yes.
and you get a Chicago style dog and they say Beth's Doghouse, best dogs in Vegas because they're boiled.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
That's
not
not
sure
where
what
I
that
go when
means.
I'm on this trip, Mike.
Where do you go when you?
I go to another place. It's sort of a hole in the wall, but it's nice because it's got a family feel. It's called Swabbers.
Gross. You know what? Enough.
Swabbers is
Gross.
yeah.
You know, Mike,
It has the letter B right on there because they're not quite. They passed the health regulations.
this weekend
Our work is done. That is fantastic.
we might be
Swabbers
boned
work.
as far as parties go because it's the iHeartRadio Awards.
Oh my
Ryan,
God!
you know what? It's
All
funny.
the disc jockeys will
Ryan
be there.
Seacrest is gonna be there.
It's funny you mentioned that, Oscar, because it's not a gentleman's club, but it is an after-hours club. Boned is what it's called here. I'm not sure. They've got it's a black logo with just the letter boned, the word. I have no idea what that entails, but you can go there like at 5:00 in the morning and get
can't
an
wait.
adult beverage.
Don't
Get a
forget,
Bloody
they have
Mary.
a frequent users card. Make sure you get it punched at Boned.
So the iHeartRadio convention is
Oh,
going
no,
on?
the awards. So all
the iHeart-
the annual concerts.
What are they going to give
there.
each? What are they going to give? What are they going to give for an award? Like your
Well,
own
I'm
Chapter
not-
11 filing?
I'm
What's
not.
going on?
I'm not concerned with their finances. I'm concerned with how booked all these clubs and hotels are going to be.
Probably not as much as it would have been 2 years ago when their stock was actually trading at a reasonable price.
Yeah.
That's it. The
Hey,
iHeartRadio.
they're all. I found out the gentleman's club that they're going to be at. It's called iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio. Yay! Fantastic.
Bunch of DJs.
Hey man, who has change for a 5?
And if you want to go way outside the city, you can go to Sly Stallone's Raincoat.
Oh no!
We'll take a break. I don't know what that means. We'll take a break. Come back with more fun and more thrills. You are listening to the Mike O'Mara Show.
You know what that means. It means it's Mailbag Day on TMOS. Tuesday's the day where Rob reaches into his bag and pulls out your letters and emails for Mike to read. Got a birthday greeting? Send it to Rob. Want to hear an impression? Send it to Rob. Just want to say hey? Send it to Rob. The guys also love packages too. Send your note to Rob at MikeO'MaraShow.com. That's Rob with 2 B's. Or if you want to be old-timey, P.O. Box 32101, Washington, D.C. 20007. Tuesday is Mailbag Day on the Mike O'Mara Show.
When are we going to get him on? I need to thank him personally for all this.
I'll
stuff.
book him for
For God's sake, if we had that effort being put forth in our own production department, we'd be stunned.
Yes,
that's amazing. That guy works harder and he doesn't get paid. He just does it out of love. That's amazing to me. That's
You hear that,
incredible.
Marcus?
What do you think of that?
I love it,
Rob.
I think it's fantastic that he does. all
Welcome
that
back
stuff.
to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by our bonus packages. Does that give you any pause at all, though, that those are generated so prolifically by that gentleman?
I think that he does a really, really great job, and I like having other voices on the show. I think it mixes it up nice.
He truly has a unique voice. That gentleman's name is Jim Amato. Jim,
Yes.
thank you very much. Hey, listen up. I have a question for you. Yes, you, the one who still hasn't purchased the TMOS bonus show package. Is it because you crave something shiny and new? Well, we listen. And for our new fall season, we are proud to introduce the brand new Mike O'Mara Show Pumpkin Spice Bonus Pack.
Yes!
It has all the laughs and thrills of the original bonus show, plus the added kick of pumpkin. Buy it now before we run out. Sign up for the TMOS bonus show right now. Remember, the future of our show depends on it. Besides, you don't know what you're missing. It's the most fun we have each week with a yummy flavor that screams autumn. This fall, don't suck without giving back to us. Just go to MikeO'MaraShow.com, click on the bonus banner. You'll get access to all our bonus content, and you'll be helping TMOS. So please quit sucking, and thank you. It's the middle of the show. We'll spotlight this again.
Okay.
But one of the things I was thinking about as I was driving down Hurricane Alley was the fact that we have not mentioned what we teased, which is the announcement of our band for NOLA. We're very, very pleased to announce Rob Spiewak. I don't have the stuff in front of me. I know you know this band. This is going to be one of the things we're doing. By the way, the comedian situation is that where is it with our boy? Is he in or out? I mean, because we're going to
in or out. That's what I'll be this weekend in Vegas.
What? Okay, so that's a we don't know.
Don't put this on me, Mike. This guy.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking. I was actually putting it on him.
Yeah, this guy texted me last.
I only put on you when you're late for work.
Yeah, well, I wasn't late today.
I know you were on time.
Where were you,
1
Mike?
minute before.
Where were you?
Fantastic.
Were you on time? No, you were setting up the studio. I was ready to go.
I was
been here the whole time.
Tony, would you like to tell? Would you like to tell Oscar
what's going on?
What did he get dicky all of a sudden?
All of a sudden,
I do what I want. Listen, gentlemen, I'm
not going to sign a prenup. I don't have one. Remember that. Anyway, Pony, what time was I in the studio?
Are you saying you're going to fire me, Mike? Is that what you're threatening away?
I'm saying I don't have a prenup. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you also don't have anybody else that can run these operations on this side of the board.
That's up for debate. Tony, let me ask you.
Yes. We're all replaceable.
Actually,
that's
some
true.
might say seamless. But anyway, Pony, tell him what time I was in the studio.
I think I saw you sign up right about 8:30. I saw you sign on, and you're ready to go.
Thank you.
Were we ready to go
much.
when we started the show?
Well, I mean, he was ready to connect, and he was doing his thing in the studio.
You see, you got to choose sides. You choose Mike. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done.
Good call.
He signs the check.
Yeah, he does sign the check.
Actually,
right.
I do, but I use his name.
Rob Mayer texted me last week because I was like, I told him to kick rocks. I said we already got the drop dead date was over, right? And then he texted me last week.
I don't care since we brought it up. Let's pull because I was not reacting to you when you got defensive there. I was reacting to this guy. Let's pull back the curtain. I don't mind who knows this.
Okay.
Rob is somebody who's been very, very funny on the show, and he's come by. And I said it'd be nice, kind of, to throw the guy a bone and have him open for us in NOLA. And then you came to me and said there was some conflict he had, and then he was kind of hemming and hawing over that. And that's usually the reaction for something like that.
This is what I got.
He found the Lord.
Remember, you write me, I'm going to tell the world. All right?
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Good chance I have a November conflict. Got offered a 2-week Middle East tour for the Armed Forces Entertainment. That's for the troops, right?
Right.
So I was
Absolutely.
like, okay, need to know. Congrats to you. I'll talk to Mike once you have confirmation, right? Yada 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 yada
so
yada.
That's that. Now I'm going to catch up here.
Yes.
Because that's the last time we discussed it.
Yes.
And
we said
you and I both reacted the exact same way, which was, hey, that's a gig.
It's Armed Forces.
Fine.
You're on
no
tour.
Problem. What Oscar and I do not react well to, and we should be on the same page here, Oscar, not fighting with each other over Rob Mayer, because the fact is, what we don't react well to is hemming and hawing and leaving us, we're buttoning up a lot of stuff.
Definitive.
This is Friday of this past week, because I essentially circled back to him when I said, what's the story? And he said, not 100% sure. I was like, well, we're going to have to move forward without you. Right, because we can't just wait and see what happens.
Yeah, because he had this gig, but he didn't have this gig, so we're kind of waiting. We're not going to be second choice for this.
So, and it's not ego based; it's just planning, logistics, operations.
Yeah, we just want to get it lined up here.
So, Friday, 1:54 p.m. He writes
this past
Friday.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a chance that my trip could be moved to the 15th to 30th, so I'll keep you posted unless it's too late. So he's cognitive about how he's circling back to the hot chick, right?
Right.
Let me give it some thought. Hold on. There we are. Okay. Dear. Thanks, Rob. Thanks a lot. Rob, you want to know why that L is permanently stenciled on your forehead?
Oh, no.
Because of crap like this. Done. Over. Thank you.
So
thanks a lot.
So my response that said, I'll definitely ask. Just need to know what's going on ASAP. He wrote this. I am at the mercy of my guy, so I'm not sure. I'll let you know for ASAP. He's at the mercy of 5 bases. I said, let's wait and see before we definitely talk to Mike.
There we go. Mike's been talked to. Mike's been talked to. So we'll be having an opening act soon to be named. Let's get cracking on that.
But we do have a magnificent band.
We have a magnificent band, and now do I have it here?
Oh, I feel bad.
Finally, Rob, I have it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very excited because we have a fantastic band, and we have made our selection. We actually made it about a month ago. We just haven't gotten around to it.
We got a hurricane.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen.
The Mike O'Mara Show live in New Orleans, and we are going to have a fantastic live band. Lay it on us, Rob Spiewak.
Get ready for the ultimate 90s experience, the party and show band entitled Gump Fiction. Gump Fiction is a 90s experience.
You know what? Bury the lead. Why don't we start again? Let's hold on. Stop it. God.
Do you hate our show?
Right.
No, I hate you.
Wow.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is without the fluff. Ladies and gentlemen, let's announce the fantastic band that'll be headlining. We normally take this stuff in-house, but we're going to kick it over. We're going to outsource it. Rob Spiewak, take it away.
The ultimate 90s experience, Mike. Say hello to the party and show band, Gump Fiction.
Gump Fiction, ladies and
gentlemen.
Playing
all your favorite 90s hits. They are fantastic. They can see representation of their act at gumpfiction, spell it like it sounds, .com. They've got a great website, a great sound, and an incredible playlist. You're going to have a blast with this band.
You done?
I am.
Representation?
Fuck you!
Gump Fiction. What did we have? 6, 7 bands that were very kind.
It was a battle of the bands.
It was a battle of the bands.
These guys, there was something about their professionalism and the fact that their enthusiasm level really was off the charts that we said, let's do these guys. Gump Fiction.
And keep in mind, this is not Third Eye Blind you're listening to. This is Gump Fiction.
Yeah,
this is
turn it up. Let's listen to it. It's got to be kind of different, and we're looking forward. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to that. So,
awesome. And we appreciate their enthusiasm and their professionalism, and we look forward to sharing a stage with them and the thank you notes they will send us for all of the exposure we're providing.
Yes, Oscar Santana.
We've got another international call, Mike.
Oh, let's go to Colombia.
Narcos.
Just a second. That caught me by surprise there. Anyway, the whole thing caught me by surprise. Let's go Columbia, Maryland. Columbia.
The country.
Both
the
great.
Country. Luis, hello. You're on the Mike O'Mara Show. Take it away.
Hi, Mike. Rob.
Hi.
Oscar.
How are you?
Oscar,
How you
Bolivians are just as bad as narcoing as Colombians, so
yeah, man,
don't brag about it.
I'm not running around saying it's okay. I'm just saying that's where we're from. By the way, they didn't make a mini-series about my country. Thanks for nothing, the drug wars.
Hey, ask if he hates our show.
Hey, do you hate our show?
No, not at all. I've been listening for ages.
Hey, I heard there's a rumor, and not to besmirch your wonderful country, but can you get like top shelf escorts for like $60 there?
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. Luis, we are up on a break. What can we do for you, my friend? We're up on a break. We ran a little late thanks to Rob Mayer.
I was just calling to say hi, to tell Rob to F himself. And Oscar.
See? He hung up on me.
He
didn't like that escort question.
A little taste for everybody. All right. Well, that was a segment. That was a segment for the time. What, Rob?
Top shelf escorts.
You
Mike.
got it in. Yes, that was a segment for the fucking time capsule. Let's take a break and come back with more fun and more thrills. You know what, Mike? Come to rehearsal. That's what I have to do. Make sure it's all in front of my fat ass. There we go. We'll be right back on the Mike O'Mara Show. Caution, ladies and gentlemen, the promo starts now. O'Reilly here. Hey, did you know the Mike O'Mara Show is always looking for interns? Did you know that? Huh? Did you know that? Well, you should. Of course they are. You know, interns, they show up, they get coffee, they help out. You know the drill. And if you're a college kid and you want to get your foot in the broadcast door, just email your resume and a letter of intent to Rob, that's with 2 B's, at MikeO'MaraShow.com. That's Spiewak Kid. He's your liaison. Spiewak!
Best of all, every intern at TMOS is treated with respect and class, a professional environment. And if that part doesn't matter to you, I have a podcast too. Come intern at The Factor, where things can get a little handsy. Know what I mean? We'll do it live. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Lyft. You know that Lyft is the best way to get from here to there, but it's also the best ride-sharing app to drive for. With Lyft, you can pick your own hours and work when you want. Lyft can make driving the best gig in the world. In the new economy, this is a wonderful opportunity for people to make more money. Lyft was the first ride-sharing app to offer in-app tipping. When you drive for Lyft, you keep 100% of the trips. It's really an incredible deal. Drivers have been paid over $200 million in tips since the feature was introduced, and we've been saying that a long time, so I'm sure it's more now. ExpressPay lets drivers get paid almost instantly instead of waiting for weeks. Lyft has even taken the guesswork out of pickups. The new AMP device uses color coding to help passengers find their drivers. You can earn hundreds of dollars a week plus tips. Want to make more money? Drive more. It's never been easier to give yourself a raise. Simple formula. Happy drivers mean happy passengers. Maybe that's why 9 out of 10 Lyft rides get a perfect 5-star rating. So join the ride-sharing company that believes in treating its people better. Go to lyft.com/TMOS today, and you can get a $500 new driver bonus. That's lyft.com/TMOS, lyft.com/TMOS. Limited time only. Terms apply, ladies and gentlemen.
News.
Boo.
Show blew by. Damn.
Yeah, but that last segment, man, my God almighty, that just brought me back. I was so giddy when I came in here, and that just, just keep tabs on it.
Oh, it's Rob Mayer. It's Rob Mayer.
It's his fault. Before I get to the news, let's go right down the line, okay? This is the ABCs of me of
Right.
like mood, okay? Can you see my hand? Yeah,
I
you can
can.
see my hand on the monitor here.
Yes,
Okay,
you're at a high, you're at a high.
We start, and I say it's right here. And I'm like, I've forgotten to mention Gump Fiction as being our house band for NOLA, and we might as well get to that because
Yes.
I teased it like 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
So we get that, and then we go into the comedian
Rob Mayer
comes up.
issue, yeah.
I do a sigh. Oscar thinks I'm reacting to him when I'm not, and then Oscar launches into a Mike is tardy thing, and Mike takes 9 days to get down to Florida. So that whittles me down to here, okay? So I get down to here. Then Oscar starts to explain the situation with Rob Mayer.
Which was pretty
and it's-
riveting.
it's-
Backroom stuff.
Yes, probably interesting behind the curtains, but when the end result comes, which I did not know the answer to, the mood goes down to this level, okay? Then I kick it over to Rob Spiewak to announce the band, and Rob's not prepared for it, and so, just like when I'm not prepared, sometimes the announcement, let's just say, is not stellar the way we do
was
that.
subpar.
all
It was
right?
subpar.
Not sizzle, no.
So then it goes down to there, and that was it. That was the break as far as that was.
The Columbia call could have saved
Columbia call
it.
was subpar
Yeah,
too.
yes,
The Columbia
yes,
call,
yes.
and I
wouldn't
wasn't
answer
prepared.
the escort question, which is
So,
not. You didn't come to play ball.
Yeah, it was just not. It was not what I would call the stellar break.
I have just a brief side note. The reason why I asked that, I have a friend that goes to Columbia on a regular basis
to get hookers.
I finally asked him what he's doing down there, right? And he's like, "Hey man, don't say anything." But
And this is Oscar not saying anything.
oh yeah, nobody knows him.
Exactly.
So I was like,
Nobody.
I said, he said, "You know who Sofia Vergara is?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Imagine 2 of them for $120."
Oh my God!
Wow.
I said, "And this is a business?
There you go.
Why
That's
am I
it.
getting married?"
You can truly
Business
make your
model.
own modern family.
Speaking of men behaving badly, gentlemen, Billy Bush and his wife Sydney Davis are separating after 20 years of marriage. And of course, there's speculation that the Donald Trump grab him by the had something to do with it. When the tape came out last year, a source told the New York Post, quote, "She was so furious that she refused to speak with him for a while, and she's still furious."
Wow.
I got so many thoughts on this because, look, Billy Bush was doing what we've
He's
done.
a DJ.
Yeah,
He was the
disc jockey.
DJ. Trump did all the time. But, I mean, it's unfortunate. They're having marriage problems. He didn't apologize to her for the embarrassment he caused in his statement. Go back and listen to the tape. I'm
think
trying
he
to think
did.
where the fault in Billy Bush.
Z104. Z104.
Billy was a good guy. I
Yes.
know Billy Bush.
Always
Billy's a
nice
good
to you,
guy.
right?
I feel bad for him. Losing his multi-million-dollar gig at the Today Show couldn't have helped, but was the fallout bad enough to end their marriage? Billy's rep is downplaying the split. Here's the quote. "It's not true that Billy's wife has left him after almost 20 years of marriage. They have separated for the moment to evaluate their life together. They love each other and their children deeply and are committed to a bright future." I say this, my personal knowledge of the guy,
I'm rooting for Billy Bush. Billy Bush is one of the people that got summarily screwed by being in the the jet wash of Donald Trump, and it's unfortunate that happened.
And
yes,
sometimes in this business of show, because I really took a deeper dive, I've been obsessed with Billy Bush ever since he's been on Z104 and he made it to NBC and then made it onto Access Hollywood, right? And as a younger broadcaster, you find trajectories for careers. You're like, oh, how did this guy do that? How did this guy? You try to map those out. Now, none of that worked out for me, but I know this, that Billy is probably has been working at a breakneck pace for so many years, and per insider's knowledge, which I read about, is that when this all went down, he really took a break and like kind of took a essential audit of his life, right? Yep. And in that time, is it fair to say, Mike, that you can figure out certain things are working for you and certain things aren't working for you, whether they're good or bad? It doesn't matter, right? You get to reflect.
Yeah. The thing about it is that...
And if someone gets divorced, that doesn't mean that their life is over.
No, it doesn't mean their life is over. And the thing about it is, you also think what I would say is there are other issues beyond that. You don't know what the real deal is there. The thing about it, I'm talking about the specific incident itself.
Oh, he got burned. He got burned by the Trump situation.
I'm not even talking about the the divorce situation. I'm talking about his career.
Yeah.
The fact is that I just didn't think it was justified, everything that he experienced, based on the fact that he's on a bus with Trump doing the misogyny thing. I think that's unfortunate.
He did get burned, and we all agreed here that any one of us in the room would have been
handled that the exact same way.
You're trying to make the guest comfortable and move on with your life.
Mr. Trump, and all that crap.
I can't believe the marriage is over because he married within months of me. We're also 20 years married, and we had the same tuxedos at our wedding as he did. I found this out when they showed a picture on Access Hollywood once. So if his marriage and that tuxedo can't work, I'm summarily screwed.
That's true. Yeah, same tuxedos, different size.
Yes.
Anyway,
brand new Hindenburg
David's bridal.
We have miles and miles of fabric. Avril Lavigne tops this year's list of the most dangerous celebrities to search for online. That means you're more likely to pick up a virus when you search for her than any other celebrity. It does sound funny, doesn't it? For some reason, this year's top 10's all musicians. Check it out. Avril Lavigne, Bruno Mars, Carly Rae Jepsen, Zayn Malik, Celine Dion, Calvin Harris, Justin Bieber, Puff Daddy, Puff Daddy, they still call him Puff Daddy?
I think
Diddy.
Diddy.
Katy Perry, and Beyonce.
Oh, Beyonce. I wonder if there would be any danger if you were to Google her sister.
What's her name?
Bonjour.
This is the if you're keeping track of this show,
please.
I've been quite the fan of Jennifer Lawrence for a long time.
Yes.
This may be the seminal moment where it actually takes a turn southward, okay? Listen to this. Jennifer Lawrence has developed a new habit, freaking out on airplanes. She told Entertainment Weekly, quote, "It's scary not being able to control yourself. I've recently had problems with plane anxiety, and it's really similar. I'm afraid of the airplane. I'm afraid of me on the airplane and losing control of myself. You know, when they hit an air pocket and it feels like you're falling? I did it on a night flight one time. I yelled, 'We're going down. It's coming down.'" She added, quote, "I tried to jump out of an Air France flight once. I can't believe I didn't get arrested. I got really claustrophobic and I had to get out." If this woman is on my plane, if she did that to others, and then she's telling it as a funny story on a talk show,
no
not
big
cool,
deal.
Jennifer.
Yeah, but Mike, don't you think it's hitting a little close to home because even though you don't act out, you have the same feelings?
I have the same fear, but the last thing in the world I would do was scream, "We're going down." I don't even like the word, when you hear the C word and you're sitting there, and I'm not talking about the
cockpit?
bad one. No, the one CRASH. When you hear that on a plane, like from a little kid, it freaks me out. When people talk to me during takeoff.
I always say yes.
Shut up, kid!
Yes, we are.
I hate it. If you keep trying to hook up your single friends with each other, but they always ignore your suggestions, you're going to love this. There is a new app. There's an app for that. There's a new app to help you find them love, whether they want you or not. Want you to or not you. They don't want you. It's called Matchmaker, and it's by the same people who make the dating app Hinge. And that's the key, because it lets you see all of your Facebook friends who are on Hinge, and then you can pair any two of them up. It's kind of cool, isn't
Pony,
it?
put your phone down.
Do you see him nervously going? What's he doing right
hands.
now? He's nervously going to something.
I think he's trying to get laid.
Yeah.
I'm setting a reminder.
And go to Colombia
He's
next
setting
week.
a reminder to get laid.
Now, there's a way to opt out. There's a way to opt out of
my
the feature,
Bitcoin.
but they probably won't think to do that until after you've set them up. When you pair two people up, you write them a quick message of why you think they'd be compatible, and then Hinge matches them up, and they can take it from there. If you want in on the action, search for Hinge Matchmaker in the Apple App Store. So
it's a shame I wasn't around when we had Emmy and Adrian interning at the same time.
Oh yeah. I've never been. Have you guys ever been hooked up that way?
No.
Like friends of friends?
No, the only Hinge that I ever dealt with was on the door to the Mercantile. That's it. Yeah, back in the day, back when I'd go to the Ether Frolic. The last time I was doing shots of Fireball whiskey, it's probably at Jimmy's bar. I was totally thinking to myself, boy, this would taste great with some cream cheese and lox. Not. A bakery in Freehold, New Jersey called the Bagel Nook. Welcome to the Bagel Nook.
Bagel Nook.
It just started selling bagels that are made with Fireball whiskey. Ugh.
Oh, my God.
And because of the cinnamon flavor, they say it goes great with their apple cream cheese.
Bagel Nook.
Bagel Nook. Fireball. National exposure. The shop didn't say just how much alcohol is in each bagel, but probably not enough to get you drunk. But, it's like rum cake, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, but
my bagel's soggy.
Mm-hmm.
So do you ever eat rum cake and feel like, man, I wish I just had the drink?
I had a piece of rum cake last week, and not a fan of rum cake. But
No?
I like Rob's. What's the booze in your fruit cake?
It's primarily Crown.
Crown Royal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
50-50, right?
Some vanilla extract, too.
And now a little something. A 23-year-old guy named Jordan Judson. It's Jordan. Sounds like a DJ name.
What's
Jordan
his name?
Judson.
Jordan Judson?
Jordan Judson. He's from Superior, Minnesota, because it's a superior place to grow up. He was arrested last week for drawing in wet cement. Some construction workers were fixing a sidewalk last month, and Jordan drew two things in the cement: his name and male genitalia.
Ooh.
Yeah! What else would anyone draw? A few of the construction workers spotted him, called the cops. Since Jordan's name was right there on the sidewalk, it was kind of hard for him to deny that he did it.
Smart boy.
The city decided to totally redo that section of sidewalk. It wound up costing the city $13,000. So now Jordan is facing a felony charge of criminal damage to property. That could get him up to 3.5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine, all for drawing in cement. He won't technically be going to jail. He'll just have to go to the construction office and stand in the corner. Here we are. That's all I got. Anyway, we'll take a break and come back. You got some little soundy sounds?
Fresh
for us?
sounds?
I got baby guys here. They're cute. They're still green, but they're tart.
I got a sound for Rob Mayer. There we are. Thank you very much. Anyway. Sorry, not happy. Anyway, we'll take a break and come back with the Audio Vault with Rob Spiewak right after this.
Hello, ladies. Look at the car next to you. Now back to me. Now back to the car. Now back to me. Sadly, you can't see me, but you can listen to more of me if you subscribe to the TMOS bonus package. Look up. Look down. Where are you? On a boat. What's in your hand? Back at me. I have it. 2 tickets to the TMOS live show. Look again. The tickets are now diamonds because the live show is sold out. Anything is possible when you are a bonus show subscriber. Subscribe today through the updated app or website. I'm Dan O'Brien, and nobody understands me. I'm on a horse.
Dan O'Brien.
Another
So
creepy
good.
read.
Mike, did you hear yesterday what Dominique told Dan when he met him?
I heard that briefly.
Yeah.
He had a little exchange.
He said,
he was trying to be football savvy.
Less talk,
wasn't
more
he?
work.
Yeah.
And walked away.
Dominique's great. That is it. I got to get him back in studio. We should have a separate show where Dominique just interacts with the interns. It would be
I'd love
awesome.
that.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. We are a society that craves the biggest, the best. We love the large, the extra large, the super size. So be big. Like Joe Del Porto.
Yes!
Ooh.
Be
Joe.
big, Mike.
Since the debut of the TMOS podcast, he has spent, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
$27,430 on Amazon through our portal.
Wow. Joe.
That's big Joe Del Porto. That's 27 large. That's big, real big. That's Chrissy Metz big. Shoppingamazon.com through our portal changes.
He's averaging $3,375 annually.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Don't
for
miss
us.
Chrissy
Yes.
Metz on the premiere of This Is Us on NBC.
Oh, that's who she is,
Yes.
Chrissy Metz. That's Chrissy Metz big.
I had to Google it.
Is her name really Chrissy Metz?
It is, and she's lovely.
You're such a dick.
Be like Joe Del Porto, the Baron of Big. Go big or go home. I dare you to outspend him. Just try.
Just try. Just try. Try. You gonna cry?
It's $3.75 our way annually. Thank
Wow.
you.
Do your shopping at Amazon. Please. Access it via
Mr. Big
TMOS.
Shot.
Use the app or go through our website now. Go spend money and spend a lot of it. And let's
Spend
open up
more.
the audio vault for Wednesday, September 20th. Rob Spiewak, take it away.
All right, I am the male Chrissy Metz. We have here, I finally saw her last night. We joked about her last week. Darcy Lynn is her name. The ventriloquist on America's Got Talent.
Oh, I've seen her.
And I gave you guys a hard time for watching the show.
You thought we were rubes.
She's a jaw dropper.
Yeah, right.
And she's 12.
And you would see her in Vegas.
Absolutely. Check this out.
Now, when you say jaw dropper, we have to just qualify
Her
that.
talent is jaw dropping.
Her talent. She's not. She's a kid. She's
her
not.
jaw.
She's not stunning.
Well, she's cute. She's a cute 12-year-old talented young
but when
lady.
you say
know what we
jaw
mean.
dropper, that's like
The talent is jaw dropping.
You have to qualify it. Otherwise, you're going to get somebody to
Her
show
mouth
you.
does not move. She's
Work
got,
with a creep.
Yeah, we all do, and his name is Oscar. What? Okay, so she has these two puppets, and she does all three voices, and it's not just doing the voices, it's singing. She doesn't move her mouth. She has comedic timing. She makes the puppets react. Check her singing out. This is really amazing.
And that's the act, by the way.
Yes.
Okay. And by the way, it hit me like a bolt of lightning when I saw her sing to Simon. This is if you're just doing the ventriloquism stuff, it's not. It's okay, you can talk with that.
Right. Yeah.
But if you have the singing chops, that's her act. I'm buying a ticket going to Vegas to see this kid perform it,
and not
because
just
of that,
sing,
because of the singing. Incredible.
But the guttural screaming and stuff, like the Joe Cocker stuff, that she can somehow muster up without contorting her body.
And when she hones that, she's what, 12 years old?
Yep.
When she hones that act, she will be. I don't. This is a not miss thing. I don't think she can miss. It's really incredible. And when you hear that, it's like she's got the puppets in her hand, but you're getting a virtuoso singer who's up on that stage. So I think that's great. I'm so happy.
Do you think? And Mike, I had this thought last night when I was watching on DVR, where I was like, could she lose the puppets and just sing?
She could, and that's what's gonna. But the puppets are the hook. Now, when she gets older, who knows whether she's gonna still do the little cute thing. But the chops, I think, that's a great question. Whether I think she could be a standalone singer, but it's not gonna have the same gravitas because she's 12.
I like the puppets.
The puppets.
I like the puppets too.
That's
I never thought I would like it.
That's what America is saying right now. I like the puppets.
I just don't think
I'm with them.
The singing talent is what kicks her over the top.
Yes.
And you're going to hear that name.
But
Chrissy Metz.
you believe, as I do, that every hunyak in America is going to call in and vote for her.
I think she's going to walk. She's going to walk away with it. I think she really is. Very excited.
You think you got troubles in Florida, Mike? Thank God you're not living in Colorado Springs, where Kathy Buddy lives.
Kathy Buddy?
Kathy Buddy.
That's what I call my sister.
Hey, Kathy
Really?
Buddy.
Kathy Buddy.
There is a serial defecator in her neighborhood.
Oh, is this the jogger?
Yes. Have you seen it? And
I have not. I actually did not take
What's
the time.
great is that the serial pooper does it in the same place every time.
We call her the Mad Pooper of Pine Creek. And it's not like it's private. People can see you. I mean, we're seeing her, so. They came screaming, you're not going to believe this. They're like crying. It's like, what? And they're like, there's a lady taking a poop. And so I come outside. It's like, oh, dear goodness. And so I was like, are you serious? Are you really taking a poop? You're
every day. Same place.
That's the perfect person, too, that innocent lady describing it. Are you really taking a poop?
And I love the fact that she's raised children that are so sheltered that then when we see someone pooping, they cry.
They cry.
I mean, really, it would have been okay to scream, point, or report, but I don't think you need to cry.
Do you think that lady stares at her owner just like dogs do when they go?
Yeah, exactly. Looking, eyes locked, Kathy Buddy.
It always gets back to Beluga with me, but I have to tell you this, that Beluga's new thing with his
he's got the glass
situation.
eye, right?
He's got the glass eye, but he now he doesn't finish dumping. He just starts to walk away, and inevitably I've got one piece of poop that's like where at the original deportation point, and then it sort of hangs to it. I have to articulate this better.
Multiple
Let me start
ports
again.
of call.
So he squats to take a dump, and then he dumps a little bit, and then he starts this limping walk away, and the other part falls out of his ass. And so
like
what I got is a dog poo like 4 feet between two pieces. That's
say,
what I was trying
this
to say.
pasta maker
well
is
done,
broken.
Mike. Thank you.
But
I might as well.
It's like the Play-Doh pasta maker. It's like the Play-Doh pasta maker. Come on.
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is Beluga has things to do, and he can't just hang around. He was off to his next adventure.
This is true.
And it makes cleanup a breeze, doesn't it?
Oh, it's so easy. So very easy. It's
want to
nasty.
congratulate our president who had his first speech at the United Nations yesterday.
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man. Rocket Man.
So if anyone tells you our country's in bad shape, you tell them to screw off.
Did he say it twice with man extended a little bit on the second one? That's
Rocket
pretty
Man.
good. I like
And
that. That's good.
exciting news in the world of phones. A possible merger, we'll close with this, between Sprint and T-Mobile. Oscar, game changer.
This is big news. T-Mobile and Sprint are in talks for a possible merger. Yeah, the merger will happen after T-Mobile texts Sprint at 2 a.m. and asks, "You up?"
That is your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of TMOS. Don't forget to update our brand new app today and unlock the live 24/7 TMOS stream. All messages for our weekly mailbag can be sent to Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Our mailing address is TMOS Box 32101, Washington, D.C. 20007. Thanks for listening, and join us again for the best part of your day, the Mike O'Mara Show. Bye-bye, everybody.
So long. Ciao, ciao.
One last thing. Please remember that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is the best way to shop for anything and everything. So, shop Amazon and get there through our website. Always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Now, go in peace.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.